Greetings, YouTube. You know it is no secret that Mystic Dispersion on the Utility Mastery tree is one of the most valuable and, dare I say, annoying masteries that you can face, whether it be in the arena or especially Alliance War. You get wrecked every time you go up against it. And if you're an attacker and you've got people like Magic or Ghost Rider or Dr. Voodoo, Mystic Dispersion can be the difference between having to play defensive and getting to play offensive when you attack on your champions, because your power bar builds faster, and the faster it builds, the more you can get off special 1s, special 2s, special 3s, and power lock the opponent if you have a Mystic power locking champion. But it is also no secret that there is not just a Mystic special mastery. In fact, there are masteries technically for every class. It just so happens that all the other masteries royally suck. They are complete trash and not worth investing even 1 point in them. And this has been a problem that I haven't really seen addressed that much on YouTube, though I'm sure maybe somewhere in the archives of someone's channel this exists. But today I wanted my channel to take this problem head on, thanks to one of my subscribers. His name is Stevie Valentine, and he messaged me in a live stream a couple nights ago, and he said that he had some ideas that he wanted to run by me to buff the non-Mystic class mastery tree. And I just thought, you know what? Let's do this. Send it my way, man. Let's do this. And so he did, and I have his ideas in front of me, and I wanted to read them to you and discuss them and hopefully get your responses and maybe any corrections or recommendations you would have to build off of his ideas. But really, we are a community that tries to improve the game, and this is a really important part of the game that should be improved. So you can see that above the Mystic, we have the Cosmic Awareness, and I wasn't even aware that this existed, ironically, because currently as it stands, the entire point of the mastery is just to reduce the enemy's armor up effectiveness, which really is not going to be something you want to invest in at all. And then, of course, you have to take valuable points away from other parts of the mastery tree to do so. So, Stevie's Cosmic, he would change it from Cosmic Awareness to Cosmic Embodiment. And this is where champions' base damage increases the higher the power meter increases. And so the higher the mastery, the higher the chance to crit as well. So essentially, the base damage would increase kind of like Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel when they fight. If you're well aware of their awakened ability, the more that the power is stored, the higher the chance for damage, and this means the higher the chance to crit. Just imagine champions like Angela and Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel, maybe even cosmic champs like Medusa and Hyperion, with that mastery. That'd be way better than Cosmic Awareness, which sounds like a failed social campaign. Now we're going to go to defense, where we see that there is a science mastery called Serum Science, also a very strange name. Give science champions a serum of 60 energy resistance. How often do you actually need that? Well, the answer is not very often at all. And so again, currently, you would not want to use this at all. But in Mr. Stevie Valentine's recommendation on how to buff this, he would change it to Science Analysis, where champions have the ability to observe and study champions while they learn their abilities. This kind of sounds familiar with some of the other champions we've had, right? So for every 15 analysis charges, kind of similar to Sentinels, if you will, this decreases the ability accuracy by the percentage of how high you have this ranked up. And then this champion can become debuff immune if charges reach 100. So once again, this is just a way for science champions to really gain so many of the natural advantages that the Sentinels have in the game. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Certainly there are defenders like the Captain Americas of the world that would look much better if you combine that block proficiency with something that had the powers of the Sentinels. Now, not to discount above the science, we have the tech. Now, we do have some fantastic tech champions in the game, specifically Star-Lord and Stark Spidey at the top, especially for damage. Now, Mr. Stevie Valentine has suggested something called technical support, which I also appreciate the nickname. That goes a lot better to collar tech, which sounds like a STD. Technical support. Champions after stringing a 10-hit combo, which again, 10-hit combo, aka Star-Lord, Stark Spidey, power drain X% of current champion's meter. Now, this would be really, really effective if you combined it with, say, Stark Spidey's Special 1, which has a fantastic power drain as well. And this also gives, say, Star-Lord's RNG of his Special 2 a chance for great power drain. And then you think about a power lock champion like Doc Ock in the tech class. Well, this would be something that you might want to do if you have those awesome tech champions in your lineup regularly. So we've covered the utility, we've covered the defense, but we have not covered the offense yet. And that is where our final two classes reside, both the mutant and the skill. We're going to start with mutant. Now, currently, if you were to click on this and wonder what it does, it's called mutagenesis, which I'm pretty sure is not a real word. And this closes bleed wounds in your mutant champion 0.5 seconds faster than non-mutants. Now, I do think that's kind of cool, and if you max rank it, that's 2.5 seconds faster. But again, considering what some of the other masteries would be, even if you look at something like the deep wounds, which is right by this, you're going to want to invest more heavily on deep wounds. So how can we make this better? Well, Stevie recommended what's called mutant immunity. And that gives champions in the mutant class the ability to shrug off any detrimental effects by X%. So shrugging off debuffs faster, I think this would kind of make me think of Agent Venom's tenacity, if you will. And this would give mutants like Iceman and Archangel, even mutants like Cable or Nightcrawler, the ability to do this more effectively along with their other skills. And again, buffing these just gives you more incentive to change up your mastery build, especially if you're doing something specific on a path of Alliance War, maybe with the Sabretooth, who knows. So, last but certainly not least, we have the skill class, a class that does have fantastic champions. I'm not sure why I clicked Glass Cannon, because pure skill is what we're looking for. And it says, with extensive field training, skilled champions ignore an additional 4% enemy armor. This can go up to 64% enemy armor with critical hits. Now, I will say 64% is pretty impressive. I've never tried this out. But he does believe this can be improved. In fact, Stevie Valentine would call this true skill instead of pure skill. And he would say that champions have the ability to dodge a percentage of special projectiles, and then they have the ability to bypass auto-evade and auto-block. Now, just imagine how amazing that would be against MODOK, especially since you have the class advantage. And when you bypass the auto-block, the next 5 hits are guaranteed crits. Well, hello. Just imagine if you're using Blade or Gwenpool in the skill class, and suddenly you can not only bypass projectiles more easily, but you can turn that bypass into an auto-block, or bypass both auto-block and auto-evade, and get yourself a guaranteed 5 critical hits. You turn that around with Blade Special 2, and that'll be even more insane. So, again, this man's name is Stevie Valentine, and we as a community owe him a lot of credit for coming up with these ideas, because I am always looking for new and interesting and different kind of videos to really make us think as a community about what we want and how we want the game to continue to evolve going forward. So this is just putting it out there. We haven't done one of these videos before, but thanks to Stevie, we now have this. And so I would love to hear what you think of Stevie Valentine's ideas. I think you can find him in the line chat if you would like to message him directly, or of course you could simply comment below, and I'm sure he will be keeping a lookout for the comments below as well. Overall, I just want to thank him again for his feedback. I really enjoy just having these kind of discussions in the community. There isn't necessarily a right or a wrong answer, but it is important to realize that these areas can be improved upon, and maybe, just maybe, our suggestions will be taken seriously and will lead to improving the game that we all love to play. So thanks for watching YouTube. Thanks again to Stevie for your ideas. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and good luck in all aspects of the game.